If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the live. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the Cash App with the $ 2 cents boxing, or hitting that heart with the $ in it, and just leaving a special thanks below, letting me know I'm doing a good job and you're enjoying the content. But at the very least, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. 8/24/2025. Wait. Go.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jack, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody can talk to their own opinion.
All right. That's my daughter, y'all. She wanted to hit y'all with the intro today. Shout out to everybody that joined me in the building. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the Cash App $ 2 cents boxing, or dropping your 2 cents in a super chat below just to support the channel. Let me know you're enjoying what's going on. And if you haven't already, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. Listen, people in the chat, moderators, we want to make sure we have 100 lives before we end the stream today. I'm ending at 7. The show on Sundays is from 5 to 7, so y'all got to make sure y'all on time so we can get it done. How is everybody doing today? Crazy week in boxing. Let me know and drop it below the most interesting topic or thing that you thought was interesting this week. This is the Sunday wrap-up show. So we're just going to wrap up and summarize a couple things that happened throughout the week. I'm going to give my little spiel, and then I'm going to drop the link and let everybody else come up here and give their 2 cents. Let a couple of more people roll in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The Autism Boy, Shelton Moore, Joseph Torres, Big Bob Gunn, Javion Freeman, Savage Bo, Ramon Seafood, Paid in Full, Santos, All Things, Lee Jackson in the building. Y'all make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button. Shout out to everybody. Listen, y'all make sure, if you haven't already, make sure that y'all are hold on, y'all. Make sure that y'all are checking out the channel, checking out the content. I just dropped a new video today about Jarron Boost Ennis being off code, and we're definitely about to talk about that. I got some new shorts that I put up. And if you like my shorts section, my shorts is just a mixture of, you know, short little clips about videos and things that I'm happening that I've seen, and I give my 2 cents about those. We got a little humor and entertainment mixed in with the shorts. With the shorts I like to do, I like to play around with the AI and have fun with that. So I got the baby shorts, I got the big head boxers, I got the boxers in the glass. Just got a lot of things going on my shorts channel. So y'all be sure to check out the shorts when you get the chance, and be sure to check out the videos when I drop them. And always, always be sure to let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as you go through and check out my content. But we're going to talk about this Boost Ennis thing, right? I don't think that I've ever seen backlash, a fighter get backlash for sparring. Now, I'm not a boxing historian, so I don't know. I'm sure Mr. Greg or somebody can come up here and tell me a similar situation if it's ever happened, but I'm not aware of one. But we're going to talk about that. I want to let a few more people roll in here before we get on that. What I do want to speak about real quick is Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Now, a lot of people saying that the fight was supposed to happen in January, and I don't know if they saying TL turned down the Shakur fight. He don't want the fight, or whatever the case may be. And if you know anything more about that, let me know and drop below your 2 cents, because I really just don't have time to sit on the internet and be just up to date about every single thing. I promise I try to stay on stuff as on top of stuff as much as I can. But I am a part-time creator. I'm not a full-time creator. But my thing is, why wouldn't Teofimo Lopez want to fight Shakur? Now, when the Shakur thing was announced, the Teofimo Lopez and the Shakur situation, I was like, I don't think they're gonna fight. I don't see Shakur moving up to 40, even though because he said he's not moving up to 40, he's staying at 35, but you know how that go. And I don't see T.O. really even just accepting to fight Shakur. Like, is he really gonna fight Shakur? Then I heard that the fight gonna be happening at the beginning of next year, and I was surprised that they made the fight. Now I'm hearing that they're not gonna fight, and that's Teofimo Lopez's day. So my question is always like, and I know people like, oh, Shakur Stevenson, like he the boogeyman. Nobody want to fight Shakur, and I just don't understand why though. Why doesn't anybody want to fight Shakur? Like, we seen his performance against Zapata. I'm not saying it was a bad performance; it was a good performance. I think his fans kind of went overboard with the rope-a-dope and the shoulder roll at the same time, and all of these things that they was, you know, kind of being a little hyperbolic about. But it was a decent performance, and I have my 2 cents about the performance. I thought Shakur looked decent. He didn't look as athletic and as fast and as dominant that I thought he would look. I thought it would be a bigger separation in the levels. But I mean, again, he performed well. He just didn't meet my expectations, I guess you could say, of what I thought that he would look like in that fight. And so I'm just trying to understand, T.O., what reason do you have to not fight Shakur, right? You running around at the at this event. Let me see if I can find this clip. You running around at an Aiden Ross event talking about you want to fight 3 dudes at one time, 3 rounds, and all this stuff. Sound like you getting traffic. But you got an opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson. Now, if they make the fight, they make the fight. It's not nothing I just was like, ooh, I want to see Shakur and T.O. in the ring. I never really thought about the fight like that. But if they make the fight cool, I'm not sure how entertaining of a fight it will be because of their styles, and they're both kind of counter punchers. But I don't know. Let me find this, see if I can find this video. I don't know. B-Dog say I didn't expect Shakur and T.O. to fight. I don't necessarily have an expectation. I just have my 2 cents about it. Like I just told you, I didn't see it happening, right? I don't see that fight happening. It is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out. Y'all know I'm not a T.O. fan. I never really fooled with T.O. like that. I thought T.O. had an excellent performance against Loma, and I feel like that's the best I've seen T.O. And I feel like it kind of seems as though he peaked in that fight because, in my opinion, he's kind of been going down since that fight. He had a decent performance against Josh Taylor, but what did he do with the momentum and the energy that he got from the Josh Taylor fight? I'm not sure how true it is, but it appears as though he's turning down offer after offer. He's getting the opportunity to get big fight after big fight. He felt some type of way because the fight didn't go through with Boots, but then allegedly he turned down a fight with Devin Haney for all these millions of dollars. And I don't understand why you turned down a fight with Devin Haney. Like, seriously, to fight who instead? I don't know if it's because maybe he didn't want to move up. Maybe he wants to stay at 140. I don't know what the reasoning was. He said it was because he wasn't going to get the same amount of money to fight Boots that he was to fight Devin, which kind of gives me more questions than answers because Turkey's supposedly the bag and he got all the money. So why he just won't pay you what he asking for? But that's another conversation. Why would you expect, if we're being realistic, why would you expect to get the same amount of money to fight Boots that you would to fight Devin Haney? Is it because you was moving up to fight both of them? Like, what is the factors going on that you are not taking these fights? And he did the same thing with Bob over at Top Rank. Bob had an issue with T.O. turning down a lot of fights and not taking fights. So I'm just trying to understand what it is that T.O. is trying to do. It looks like he's trying to... It looked like he's just trying to make money, but that don't look like what he's doing either. So I feel like Shakur is all over the place. He has a poor attempt of trying to market himself by calling people the N-word. And to me, I know y'all saying T.O. being racist. To me, he seems to be being a little and this is no disrespect to anybody, but some of the things he say, they have like a lot of sexual innuendos in them, and I just be feeling like T.O. be kind of saying a little suspect stuff sometimes. I just be like, T.O., like, why is that? Like, which one of them monkeys want to play with my banana? Like that I know that's racist, I get it, but it sounds a little bit more gay than racist to me, because why are you inviting men to play with your banana? I don't understand that. So let me share my screen real quick so we can run through this video, and y'all tell me y'all 2 cents about it. What y'all think about it? Put a 1 in the chat if you can.
We got no fight lined up just yet, but I would love to be on Brand Risk. Fight here.
And T.O. would gladly accept that.
And it could be no homo. It could be like 2 guys, 1 night, 3 rounds each, or 3 guys, 1 night, 3 rounds each, making 9 rounds.
He'll be able to fight 3 to 4 people in 1 night.
Holy
on
shit.
your show. So that's going to be Foreman did it first.
Yeah.
So let T.O. be the second. Foreman fought 5 guys in 1 night. So we could go eeny, meeny, miny, ho, ho, ho. Whoever wants it, come get it.
I don't got no fight.
So this is what I mean. Like, just the stuff T.O. say, it just be sounding always so sus to me. Like, oh, we could do 3 guys 1 night, 3 rounds, all this other stuff. We could do 5 guys in 1 night. And I don't know who that is. That his dad or whoever that is. Like, yeah, we could fight you, ho, 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 ho. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. But I brought that up to show y'all this because I wanted to point out the fact, I know a lot of people are up in arms and in an uproar over the Tank and Jake Paul fight. I get it. I understand. I am not discrediting anybody's perspective. But I just wanted to point out, and a lot of people are like, oh, this is going to ruin boxing, as if, all the boxers are going to start doing things like this. And I just want to point out, like, did that from T.O. break the internet? Did it go viral? I mean, of course, you got content creators talking about it because we like, bro, why is you ducking Shakur Stevenson, but you up here trying to fight 3 dudes in one night and all this other crazy stuff you're doing? Nobody is in an uproar about that. Nobody's upset about that. Nobody is like, no, hell no, T.O., you should be fighting Shakur Stevenson. You got a deal on the table. It's not getting that type of reaction. And the point that I'm trying to make is not every fighter can do stuff like that. Am I making sense? Like, not every fighter, they could have announced T.O. gonna fight Jake Paul. It wouldn't have had the same response. And that's the only thing that I'm trying to get people to understand about the Jake Paul and Tank thing, and Tank as a fighter and his star power and how people feel about him, and how there's a campaign to make people not feel the way they feel about him and discredit all of the things that he's done in the ring to have the attention that he has. Because not every fighter can garner that type of attention doing things like fighting a Jake Paul. Teofimo Lopez up in the ante. He's not just gonna fight one dude, he's gonna fight 3 to 5 dudes in one night, like George Foreman did. But guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And why does nobody care? Because T.O. has not amassed the following and the fan base for people to want to see him do things like that. Right? So to say that an event like taking Jake Paul is going to ruin the sport and all of this other stuff, I think that tanking Jake Paul, and then you compare that to Aiden Ross and Teofimo Lopez, I think those are 2 examples where you could see like, okay, well, it's not going to ruin the sport because everybody can't do stuff like this. People not interested in seeing Teofimo Lopez do some bullshit that has to do with boxing. He ain't go viral. Nobody cares. We just talking about it. It really sounds like you up there being trafficked, in my opinion. So that's I just wanted to bring that up and point that out, that Teofimo Lopez got a fight on the table with Shakur Stevenson. He up there trying to do a Royal Rumble in boxing with Aiden Ross. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that he's out there trying to market himself and do different things within the sport of boxing. Just because he about to fight like 3 people on do a Royal Rumble with Aiden Ross, does that take away from him as a fighter? Is Teofimo Lopez a fake fighter? I'm just asking, is he a fake fighter? Does everything he's done up until that point, is it erased and diminished? And if you feel that way, that's cool. That's your perspective. But I'm just asking. I just want to put things into perspective, because I know a lot of times you listen to your favorite content creator, y'all sit in the echo chambers and it's rah, 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 rah. And when you come out of that echo chamber and you come to a platform like 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you hear a different perspective, you might realize like, oh man, that not, you know what? Maybe I was kind of, you know what? Maybe I don't want to see the fight, but there are a lot of other things that come along with this fight that could be looked at and appreciated. Maybe I should just relax a little bit. Maybe this fighter's not the scum of the earth because they doing something a little different. If y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all make sure to punch that like and subscribe button. We got 40 people in the building. Let me get a like check because I should have 40 likes. Benito Gonzalez Jr. Shout out, Benito. How you doing? Bubs Boxing in the building. Tellez 305. What up, Tez? The aircraft carrier. What's up, aircraft carrier? Shout out to everybody joining me, coming in the building. I got 26 likes. Man, punch the like button, y'all. Come on now. Punch the dislike button. Hit one of them. Hit one of them. So I want to ask y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you're interested, or the Teofimo Lopez Shakur Stevenson fight was something that you was possibly looking forward to. Just put a 1 in the chat if it was something you was possibly looking forward to. And I'm really not even really checking for T.O. I don't really even check for T.O. like that. I watch T.O. when he fights. When his fights come on, I watch him. If he fights Shakur Stevenson, of course I'll watch the fight and support the fight. I just think it's gonna be a lot of fame, a lot of standing around. That's what type of fight I think it's gonna be. Kind of like that sparring footage that dropped, and they was trying to make it seem like, oh, it looked like this because it's high level boxing. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with high level boxing, but the high level boxing is more so for a hardcore market. That's see, I gotta start speaking to y'all so you can kind of understand more of the business aspect of it. This sport has different markets that it caters to, right? And that's what makes it unique, because you can't necessarily do that in other sports. So that's one of the things that makes boxing so unique. You can come into boxing and you can cater to different type of markets. A high level chess match, what market y'all think that's gonna cater to? The casuals or the hardcores? See, I'm in the middle of hardcore and casual. I appreciate both sides. I appreciate both sides because I was once one of those people that wasn't a hardcore. I was furthest from hardcore as you could imagine. I didn't even understand the weight classes, right? What up, Fresh 313? I didn't even understand the weight classes. So I had to go from there to where I am right now in the sport of boxing. And that's why I have this platform here. It's casual friendly, right? My platform is casual friendly. I'm not going to run you off. I'm not going to call you stupid. I mean, y'all might hear me calling people stupid, but those are the people that been here for a while. They know we got that type of relationship, right? You can't say the wrong thing. You can't say the right thing. People not going to be timing you out in the chat, or they shouldn't be timing you out in the chat. So if you listening and you don't want to type nothing because you think you're going to be embarrassed or this and that, we don't do that over here. I do that over here, but I know who to do it to. Let me say it like that. So, okay, we had a few people that wanted to see the Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez fight. Well, I don't know if the fight gonna happen. If it does, it does. And Shakur Stevenson is another person, honestly, that I don't pay attention to the call outs, the build. I just wait to see who he fights, because it's 1,000 people he always supposed to fight before a fight, before he fights, and then he never ends up fighting any of them. So I'm just going to wait to see who they fight next. If T.O. and Shakur are going to fight at the beginning of the year, cool. If they not, cool. I'm just going to move forward and keep it pushing. So I just want to see if T.O. is still like that. Shakur would be a good test for him. So real quick, because the aircraft carrier brought this up. Tellez and Abbas is for hardcores, and it was exciting. Now, I was hearing so much stuff about Tellez, right? We were did I erase it? I think I erased it. We were talking about, I had put up the picture with the PBC, and we were talking about the 54 tournament that they were going to be running. And a lot of people was interested in the tournament. And they were saying that, Tellez is kind of like a dark horse. Like, we don't know, like, he could come out of nowhere. He could be a possibility to, come out on top of this tournament, because we don't really know kind of, what he's fully capable of. And I was looking like, okay, Tellez, he okay, right? He okay. I'm not seeing where he's going to dominate the 54 division, but he's cool. And boom, he loses this weekend and I believe he was the favorite in that fight. So what did y'all think about that fight? Let me know and drop it below what y'all think about that fight. Let me pop it up on the screen. Tellez got his ass kicked last night. I mean, it seemed like that guy was hitting him with some stuff. Like he was just folding over. He was folding over. Yeah, man. Tellez got rocked. Thomas said he got humble. I just think, and this is my issue I be having a lot of times, is that you may see an up and coming fighter have some good performances. They're supposed to be having good performances. They're being put in position to look and perform well because they're still being developed and they're still getting experience and they're still learning some things. Now, people view these fighters throughout that process, and then they start to feel like, oh, they ready for just the elite top of the top competition. And it's like, no, let them continue to be developed. But then there's some people that's just like, no, they don't need to be developed. You got to put them in there with the bench. You got to see how good they really are. And I don't have a problem with seeing how good fighters really are. Just let them go through the development phase. Here we go with Tellez, which a lot of people, I don't want to use the word hyping, right? But for lack of a better word, which a lot of people were hyping, even so much so they were saying that he's a dark horse in the 154 division when I put up the PBC tournament, saying that he got a chance to possibly win or be very competitive within that tournament. And he maybe still do. I'm not saying he doesn't, right? I'm not saying he doesn't. But he gets in a fight that he's supposed to win and he loses. Which to me just says that a lot of the stuff that y'all thought that he was ready for, it just wasn't the time right now. It just wasn't the time right now, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that just because we don't know the opponent, they mean they're not a tomato can. That's absolutely true. I'm not saying nobody's a tomato can. I'm just saying you're in a developmental phase and you're being built up and you came across a tough opponent and you wasn't able to overcome that. So maybe you're just not at the level that everybody thought you was at. Maybe you had a bad fight, whatever the case may be, you didn't win. Look at that. It says the boy was plus 800. Ooh, somebody hit big. Thomas Hill said, yes, sir. I think he gave Boots some good work, but then Boots will figure it out and acclimate. Oh, what y'all talking about? Because we're gonna talk about some stuff in here later, too. I want to make sure I have enough time for the open panel, so we're going to go over a few more things, and then I'm going to open it up. So, Jarron Boots Ennis. Jarron Boots Ennis. I'm chilling, running around doing errands yesterday, and then somebody sends me this photo, right? They send me this photo of Boots Ennis with Canelo Alvarez. Now, the first thing I said when I seen this photo was Boots is big as hell. How was this man making 147 pounds? How? Look at Boots' arm, y'all. His arm look like the size of my thigh. Boots is huge, right? So the first thing I thought when I seen this photo was like, damn, he bigger than Canelo. And then I thought, Canelo about to beat Bud up. Bud about to get punched on, y'all. Bud about to get punched on. But no. But what I really thought when I seen this photo was that Canelo Alvarez is taking this fight serious. He's pulling out all the stops. He's doing, or it appears that he's doing everything he needs to do to be fully prepared for Terrence Bud Crawford, which means that he feels like Terrence Bud Crawford is a serious opponent. He feels like he needs to be fully prepared and put every measure in place to make sure that he's able to perform and win the fight against Terrence Bud Crawford. So he goes to get Boots. Boots is a real switch hitter because Terrence Crawford, to me, he's not really a switch hitter. He's not a switch hitter. He changes stances in between rounds. He doesn't really just switch as he's fighting or switch within the round. He switches for the most part in between rounds. And sometimes he'll switch in around, but it's not seamlessly and effortless like how Jarron does it. Jarron fights like that. Bud just switches stances. Does that make sense? It's a difference to me. So he's a switch hitter. He has decent defense, decent power, decent IQ. Like, I feel like this is the best sparring partner that he could have gotten to fight against Bud Crawford. So that was just my perspective, right? It didn't even go past there. I didn't even think that anybody would have a different perspective about this, right? I'm out running my errands. I finish my errands. I hop, get home, hop online, check what's going on. And I'm seeing people are upset with Boots for going to spar Canelo. And I'm like, how could these people possibly be upset about this, right? So I watch a couple videos, read a couple tweets, and they're saying that Jarron Boots Ennis is off code. Jarron Boots Ennis is wrong for that. He a hater. Jarron Boots Ennis is trying to help Bud lose. And so y'all let me know and drop it below what else y'all heard about this, about Boots being off code. What have y'all heard? And man, y'all should have seen me watching this stuff. I'm like, what? They called a man a sellout and an Uncle Tom. He a sellout. That's what I heard. He off code. He a sellout. And I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm trying to understand how some of these people came to this perspective, right? And it all just leads me back to Bud fans being so ridiculous and continuously trying to make this man out to be some type of victim. This is my first question. Does Bud Crawford not have Mexican sparring partners? Does Bud Crawford have Mexican sparring partners? Wasn't he sparring Lester Martinez? Was the Mexican community in an uproar? And I even heard a rumor that Bud was punching down on Lester Martinez so hard that he was getting migraines and had to cancel his next fight. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I'm just saying that's the rumor that I heard. But I didn't see anybody having no issue with Mexican. And I'm gonna be real, like, the fact that I'm even saying this, it just sounds ridiculous. And I think that a lot of these people, and a lot of these content creators, I think that they know how this stuff really works, but they take advantage of the people that don't understand how this really works. They get them in an uproar. They put battery packs in their back. They give them these crazy, ridiculous talking points, and they send them out in the YouTube streets, and they go around repeating this stuff. So Terrence Bud Crawford have Mexicans in his camp. Canelo Alvarez, this is not the first African-American fighter that Canelo Alvarez has in his camp to spar with. Are the other African-American fighters off code also? And if he's getting ready to fight a certain style, an African-American fighter, who is he supposed to spar, y'all? I'm asking. Let me know and drop it below. Who is he supposed to spar? Are the other African-American fighters that Canelo was sparring, are they off code too? And I'm going to continue to bring up things like this because I've told y'all, the fighters that are coming up, the fighters that are gaining the fan base, the fighters that are working on being able to generate their own revenue and be able to sell tickets, the fighters that have the star power, it seems to be some kind of unwritten campaign to continuously be divisive with them and cause division with them. Right now, I give my 2 cents, I give my critiques and my criticisms about fighters, but I'm not being divisive. I'm not telling you a fighter is a sellout. I'm not telling you I'm seeing comments. I used to like Boots. I ain't supporting him no more. Why? What has Boots done to lose your support? This is boxing. Do you think that Canelo camp called Boots camp? It was like, you know what? Hey, what's up? We getting ready for this fight. We would like to bring Jarron Boots in. And y'all let me know and drop it below. How much do people get paid for sparring? How much do people get paid to go spar in people camps? I have no idea, but y'all let me know. Like, hey, we got some money for Boots. We want him to come down, help him get ready for the fight. Boom, boom, boom. Hang up the phone. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking people should be like, yeah, that's what's up. When I see he was sparking Canelo, I was like, hell yeah, that's what's up. That's a good look for Boots. That's a good look for Boots, because y'all know when people get attached to each other in sparring, what does it do? It raises their level of recognition. It raises how many eyes are on them. It raises how many people paying attention to them. It helps them throughout their career. You got Earl Spence linked to sparring with Mayweather, right? People start hearing he was whooping Mayweather ass and blacked his eye and did all this stuff. People was like, oh, okay, Earl might have something. So now you see Jarron Boots Ennis sparring Canelo. I would be like, oh, okay, Boots sparring Canelo. He getting him ready for Crawford. He might have something. But it's obvious that that's being torn down and the attention is being deflected away from that. So he won't gain that extra momentum from going to spar with Canelo. And it's being flipped on his head to make it be like, and I know it's just YouTube boxing streets, y'all. I know people in real life probably not thinking this. I get it. But I'm a content creator, so I'm going to address it. So now it get flipped on his head to he a sellout. He a coon. I'm not supporting him no more. So y'all wanted Jarron Ennis to turn down the opportunity to, one, go get some very good work in with Canelo Alvarez, two, raise his stock when people see this picture and things like that, and three, miss out on getting paid for what he does for a living, which is box. Y'all wanted the phone call to be like, hey, this is Canelo. We trying to get Boots to come help us out. You know what? Yeah, this is Jarron Ennis' team. Yeah, we're gonna have to turn down that offer. Yeah, no. There's nothing personal. We just want to stick together as a community, and I'm not going to come down there and spar you and quote unquote help you beat Bud Crawford. I'm going to turn that down. Yeah, no. I have an obligation and a duty to Terrence Bud Crawford and my community to not go and spar you. Is that what y'all wanted to happen? Like, let me know and drop it below. I'm here to listen. It's no right or wrong answers over here. This is my 2 cents about the situation. If you felt like Boots was a sellout, Boots is an Uncle Tom, or any of those things because he went to spar Canelo, just let me know and drop it below your reasoning. I want to hear it. And at first I thought maybe it was just like a few people saying this, so I ignored it, right? I was like, man, whatever. I was like, who thinks this, right? Going by my business. But as time went on, I started seeing more and more people jumping on the bandwagon. And then I heard somebody say, what was the analogy they used? If Bud Crawford went to go spar Virgil Ortiz to help him get ready for a Boots fight, people would say something and feel some type of way. No, they wouldn't. Who would? That is what you should do. To me, that's the only common sense thing to do. That's what you should do. You're trying to get the person that can mimic the person you're fighting the best so that you can get the work in and create game situations, quote unquote, so that you can be better and ready for the competition. Right or wrong? Let me see what y'all saying. It doesn't matter who Alvarez brings into camp. It will not prevent the ass whooping that he is going to receive on September 13th. All right. Thank you, Mr. Shelton. I guess Canelo doesn't deserve a good sparring partner. Muff always crying about shit. That's what I'm saying, Tez 305. Hey, if I'm cooking, put a 1 in the chat, y'all. Let me know if I'm cooking. Put a 1 in the chat. And make sure y'all help support the channel by hitting the Cash App $2 boxing or dropping your 2 cents below in the super chat. It's 55 people in the building, 56 people in the building. Let me get a like check. Y'all make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about this today because I don't think it's fair, because this is, let me take that back. Like I always say, life ain't fair. And I could think something not fair. I do understand that life ain't fair. So if I don't think it's fair, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair or right to try to, and now that I said it out loud, I think this is what they're doing. Trying to flip the fact that Jarron Ennis went to go spar Canelo instead of him being attached to Canelo and upping his star power and upping his recognition because he's in the ring sparring somebody like Canelo. Like you hear the other sparring stories. What they say, oh, Shakur Stevenson be sparring Terrence Crawford. You get what I'm saying? So that makes people be like, oh, okay, he getting that level of sparring, he must be good. But they're trying to diminish that and take attention away from that. Y'all got to pay attention to what's going on. This isn't really about him selling out and being Uncle Tom, because I promise you, the content creators and the people that's saying it, for the most part, they know better. They know that shit makes absolutely no sense. Now, the homie GM gave me another perspective. He said, if Boots Ennis really intended, or I'm paraphrasing, and I think this is what he meant, I could be wrong, but if Boots Ennis planned on or intended to fight Bud, he wouldn't go spar Canelo. And I said, what? I said, I don't understand what you're saying. That don't make no sense. And so he said, if Shakur Stevenson really wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, he wouldn't go spar Lamont Roach to help him prepare for his fight. Now, I don't know how true that is. Y'all let me know and drop it below what y'all think about that perspective. Because to me, I said, I'm not going to not take an opportunity to possibly get something, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no fight locked in with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford already said he wasn't going to fight me, and he at 168 pounds, and he doing all this extra stuff. Why would I be like, nah, I ain't going to take the opportunity because I want to fight Bud one day? When none of it is in place. Like, it ain't nothing signed, it ain't been a conversation, it ain't been no pre-talks from my knowledge. None of that. And once again, it seems to be a push to encourage these fighters, or encourage the fans of these fighters to feel negatively about them taking good opportunities that have been presented to them. Boots Ennis going to spar Canelo is a great opportunity, but people don't want you to take the opportunity because you would be a sellout. Whether you like it or not, Tank fighting Jake is a good opportunity, but you rather him pass up on the opportunity to go do a rematch with Lamont Roach. And listen, I'm not saying you wrong if you feel like that. I completely understand, but that don't mean I have to agree. It doesn't mean I have to agree. Come on, y'all. 48 likes. We got 56 people in here. Punch the like button. Punch the like button. I'm about to drop the link. So let me see how y'all feel about this. Because, I mean, I'm telling y'all, I thought this was strange. Damn, why did I say put a one in the chat? I see all these ones. I don't even remember why I said put a one in the chat. Says they like black men stick together while hating on black men. I mean, to even turn this into a race thing, I just... And this is what y'all got to understand, too, right? Shout out Bud Boxing. Golden Corral, all you can eat, like the fat boys say. What y'all talking about, Bubs? But this is the thing, right? And I just want to hip y'all to some of this stuff, right? So when y'all start seeing it, y'all could just point it out and it won't frustrate you as much. It actually starts to get comical. When people start saying things like, you a sellout, you not on code, you a Uncle Tom. When people start saying things like that to you, I'm not saying just completely discredit what they're saying. I want you to take a second and think about it, right? Think about, why is this person saying this to me? Are they trying to put me in a box? Are they trying to make me think a certain way? Are they trying to make me act a certain way? Are they trying to make it seem like I should feel a certain way about a certain topic? When you start hearing those buzzwords, ain't on code, you a coon, you a sellout. When you start hearing stuff like that, think, why are they saying that? Are you saying it because I don't have the same perspective as you, which I don't have to have? I don't have to have the same perspective as you, which is why over here, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So when you start hearing those words, sellout, coon, on code, this and that, why are they saying that? Now, right now, they're trying to tell you because they don't want you to think, and I don't know if this is what they really want. This is my 2 cents about the situation. They don't want you to think positively about Boots going to spar Canelo. They don't want you to think positively about that. So I also noticed, speaking of the sparring, that Canelo Alvarez been getting popped. Look at that eye. It's a little puffy, right? Ain't that eye a little puffy? So what does that tell y'all in the chat when you see the puffy eye? What do y'all think was going on in that sparring? I wish we could get a little clip or video or something. I sure wish I could get a clip or video of that sparring. So it looked like Canelo eating some jabs and some right hands, don't it? It looked like Canelo been eating some jabs and some right hands, and it looks like they've been getting some good sparring in, getting some good work in. I seen Canelo hitting on a little, you know what I'm saying, a little reflex bag. He doing the no-look pull counter. He doing all this shit. I'm like, all right, Canelo, what you gonna do in that ring when you get in there? But I said all that to say, don't let these people make you feel negatively about any fight. You can definitely have your critiques and your criticism, but just watch how the vitriol of basic boxing things that people do in boxing, regular shit people do in boxing, like go spar and help people get ready for a fight. Watch how ridiculous the backlash be for some of these things. And when it gets too ridiculous, you got to kind of pump the brakes and be like, okay, hold on. What are we talking about? You're telling me that Boots owes Bud something because he black? Like, don't let people play with y'all like that, man. Be sure to punch the like button. We got 70 people in the building. Y'all punch the like button, man. Come on. Been saying Jarron got a bigger frame than both EJ, Bud, and Virgil. Jarron Ennis is huge, man. He is big. Golly. Shout out Jonathan Simon. What's going on? Stefan, what's up? You know it's a Bud versus Boots thing. There seems to be an active campaign against Boots. B-Dog, I've been saying this you want me to tell you when it started, B-Dog? This campaign against Boots started with the whole he ducked Virgil Ortiz thing. That's when all of this started. What's the word? Not choreograph. I can't think of the word, but chronicle. Is that a word? Anyway, I got videos about it. Go check my catalog on you. Go check my videos out. I have videos pointing out how this was a campaign to smear Boots with that whole Virgil Ortiz thing. And that's when it all started, B-Dog. And think about it. Ever since then, people have been calling him a duck. People have been insulting everything he does. People been on his ass. People been like, it's just a lot. And I just wanted to point that out because, again, it just starts to get obviously ridiculous. But it's just showing that Canelo's not invincible. And I'm not saying Bud does not have a chance to beat Canelo. I say this all the time. This is boxing. Anything can happen. But my 2 cents, I don't think that Bud will beat Canelo. He might, but I just don't think so. And that's just my 2 cents, and I'm entitled to that. Bud and Boots are the two best slick fighters. Boots sparring a legendary fighter like Alvarez is what he is supposed to do. I disagree. Okay. Randall 700 say he disagree. If Shakur has an opportunity to fight Tank opponent and looks good, will make the fight between Tank and Shakur look more appealing. Okay. I think Shakur would definitely do that. It's the style, not the personnel. I bet the fans' favorite song is I'm Every Woman. Stop making up shit because you love a fighter. What's up, Track? What's up, Zach? Mr. Shelton say 57 likes. Come on, y'all. 73 people in here. Punch that like button. We need to hurry up and get to 100. I'm black, but I'm pro-life. I have mixed nieces and nephews. Man, listen, this whole... I'm not going to get into that. Maybe that's a conversation for 2 Cents After Dark. Because this whole... And they only like to use the black stuff to try to, like, manipulate people and try to change the way people think and feel. Like, oh, since you black, you should think and feel just like me because you black. That's... I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. What difference does it make if Boots spar with Canelo when they said Bud is retiring after this fight? That's a good question, Track. But we don't know if he's going to retire. But that's a good question. That they are sparring something fierce. Canelo is taking this fight seriously. Okay, he say that they getting it in sparring. Canelo got a lot of scar tissue. He been doing it for a long time. That's true too. That's true too. Canelo been a pro since 15 years old. Dude, a student of the game. And I be wondering if Canelo, I never hear people say Canelo's experience, and I understand that Bud is a 60-time undisputed champion, a 30 weight division. I get it. He got all the accolades in the world. But Canelo has more fights and he's been fighting longer. So I'm curious, will experience mean anything in this fight? Will experience mean anything in this fight? Shout out to the Hunchman 1984 with the $2 in the super chat, or 2 pounds or whatever that is. He says 2 cents, my favorite boxing lady, always on point. Shout out Hunchman. I must not be doing a good job today. Y'all make sure y'all support the channel, y'all. Come on now. So that's the first super chat of the day. I'm about to drop the link. We got 65 likes. I need 5 more likes. We got 70 people in the building. I mean, seriously, besides, it's a great look for Boots' career. If he gets the call from Canelo's camp and turns it down, that's a blown opportunity. This looks great for... We can't even enjoy and talk about how cool this is and how great this is for Boots. Because I got to come on here and debunk ridiculousness like he a sellout and a coon because he went to go spar Canelo, arguably the face of boxing. I believe experience will be playing a huge part in this fight. Going to be a chess match for sure. And like a chess match, Isaiah, what you doing? I feel you. But like I said earlier, those chess match fights don't be being all what they cracked up to be. You feel me? The chess match fights, they don't be being all they cracked up to be. And the casual fan be a little disappointed with that because they don't be understanding what's going on. They don't be understanding what's going on. Now, the last thing I want to cover real quick before I drop the link and let everybody up here. So I'm going to make sure we can do the panel for about an hour. I would like for everybody to take the time, whenever you get the time, and go check out my live review video. It's called Gervonta Tank Davis. Right here. It's called Gervonta Tank Davis Manufactured Fighter. It's a live review video. And for those of you that don't know, or you wasn't here earlier in the day, I'm starting a new segment of my show where I call it live review, where I pop on, review a video, do a live review, interact with the audience, let people on the panel to give their 2 cents of their review of the show, and then I end the show. Those shows will be about an hour long. I'm not gonna go over an hour, but go check that out because I was doing a review video to Paulie Malignaggi, who I never even really pay any attention to. I don't really fuck with Paulie like that, and he was just talking about Tank and how he's a manufactured fighter and all of this and going on and on. And I just was speaking in the video about how a lot of what he's saying didn't make any sense, and how other fighters also had the opportunity to build their fan base and focus on building their fan base and focus on being profitable and focus on other people that work with them around them being profitable also, that they also had that opportunity, but that's not the route that they decided to take, and that's okay. But we're not going to be mad and discredit Tank because he has the star power. I just showed y'all how nobody cares that Teofimo Lopez is out here sounding like he trafficking himself, trying to get a Royal Rumble boxing match going on with Aiden Ross. It's no outrage. It's no uproar. Nobody saying you got to deal with Shakur Stevenson on the table. You should be fighting him. Nobody cares. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all go check that live review out. I'm about to drop the link. I want everybody to come up here and give me their 2 cents about the topics at hand. And Gervonta Tank Davis continues to receive the backlash. A lot of people are like, oh, everybody talking about Tank. I'm tired of hearing about it. Oh, the content creators aren't talking about the Canelo Bud fight. Everybody's talking about Tank. I tell you what. If the Canelo Crawford fight got these content creators more views than the Jake Paul fight, they'll be talking about that. But I still have heard people talking about the Canelo Crawford fight. It's just that that fight, in my opinion, was never built on a strong foundation in the first place. And so when like I said, it was like built like straw, like on a Three Little Pigs, where the first pig house was built of straw and the wolf just came and huffed and puffed and blew the house down. That's kind of like how Canelo Crawford fight is to me. It was like straw, right? It was built up, it was standing up, it was looking good. And the moment the Jake Paul fight huffed and puffed, it blew that shit right on down. Blew it right on down. I'm probably gonna start a segment where I'm looking at the tickets and we're watching how the tickets selling. From my understanding, they've already sold 1,000 pre-sale tickets for the Jake Paul fight. They've already sold 1,000 pre-sale tickets. And the fight got announced Thursday. Very impressive. Extremely impressive to me. Let me see. All right. So I see a lot of people talking about Paulie. Isaiah say Paulie is jealous. He out here working minimum wage at Pro Box. Okay. Benito say, I'm looking forward to the Canelo versus Crawford fight more so than the exhibition of Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. I'll see both because they are on Netflix. Mr. Shelton in the building. What up, Mr. What's your 2 cents, Mr. Shelton? What you got for the show?
Oh shit.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Mr. Shelton, if you're talking.
Let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, what's going on with you, girl? I don't see what I'm just tripping off the issue. They say Boots went to go spar Canelo. So what? He made some money sparring. They asked him to come to camp. He went to camp. Why would you turn down a chance to spar with a legendary fighter? I mean, I don't like Canelo. I like the way he moves sometimes, but you can't take the fact away that he's a legendary fighter. You're supposed to go spar with that dude. Why would you not? If you're trying to get better?
They say he's a sellout and a coon. What you think about that?
How? It's a boxer. This ain't no racial fight. This ain't got nothing to do with race. This fight is about one dude getting 150 million and the other dude getting 50 million. It ain't got nothing to do with color or race.
He's black, Mr. Shelton. He shouldn't be helping a Mexican fighter.
What that mean?
I'm just
What's
telling
that
you what
mean?
they said. They said he.
I'm just saying what that means. I'm asking you. What does that
I
mean?
don't know. I'm
Nothing.
asking you what you
You
think
don't
it
mean
means.
it don't mean a goddamn thing. None of the people that are talking about how he's a coon or a sellout are in either one of them dudes' tax bracket. None of
I
them.
mean, we ain't none of us talking about them niggas is in their tax bracket. That's
So why are they
but-
even coon and sellout for what? This is not. This is a sport. This has nothing to do with the geopolitical makeup of America. It has nothing to do with that. It's a sport.
Shout out Terrence, best videos in the building. Terrence, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Terrence, I can't hear you if you talk.
Oh, okay, I was on mute. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
2
hold
cents?
on. Let me announce this to everybody. Everybody, when y'all pull up, when I first drop the link, I'm starting a new format to where I'm just gonna let everybody come. Like I'm gonna have you in the back. I'm gonna let you come up, give your 2 cents. I'm gonna let the next person come up, get their 2 cents. So if you waiting in the back, just wait. And then once everybody get their 2 cents, I'm gonna open up the panel. So people won't be trying to talk over each other in the intro. Terrence, best videos. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Let's with the Boots thing and Canelo thing. I mean, I would say it kind of it depends on the fight buildup and how it's looked at. I just don't see this fight as being more. I know boxing in general is a lot of people supporting their own race or whatever, and so that kind of is always the case. But I just don't think this fight is built up on that as much because I do think there's a lot of cross support for both fighters. So I think I like Crawford has a lot of Mexican fans, so I don't think is a sellout in this case. But I think, like, let's say back in the day when Muhammad Ali was fighting, let's say another race. I'm sorry, but yeah, you would be considered a sellout if you went to that camp. So I think it's the time periods and the time frames, and that could matter. I don't think it matters as much in this fight. I don't care if he's helping Canelo because Canelo's gonna need all of the help he can get. So that's my point on that. Anybody in the waiting in the background? 2 cents.
No, I don't have nobody right now.
Listen. I'm okay. Can we just do a quick? I want to give you I just want to do a quick role play with you. I'm gonna call you up. Just pretend you answer the phone, right? Answer the phone.
Hello.
Yo, what up, champ? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. Yeah. I just wanted to know. Are you interested in a 2-fight deal right now?
In a 2-fight deal?
Yeah, in a 2-fight, the multi-fight deal with my guy right now.
You got who?
My guy Tank.
Sure.
Sure. All right. I tell you what. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Let me give you a call back later. I'll call you back sometime. All right. All right, champ. We'll be in touch. All right. Now, hang up. Right.
Uh-huh.
Now. I'm coming by. I'm now ask me. Pretend I'm the guy who called and now ask me about Shakur.
What you mean?
Ask me about Shakur now. Like, okay, we want to know, did y'all reach out to Shakur Studio?
Did you reach out to Shakur?
Yeah. I reached out to Shakur, and right now, Shakur, he's interested in a multi-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to. You will have to get back to you. Now you tell me, is he lying that Shakur is interested in a multi-fight deal?
I got
Is
one
he
for
lying? You got me? You got me? See that? And I've been telling y'all, that's what happened. I'm telling you. He's a weasel. He's a weasel. Okay, go ahead. He's a weasel. I'm telling you, that guy's a weasel.
We're gonna let Jonathan go. Then we're gonna come back to that team.
Okay.
Jonathan, what's your Jonathan Simon on the panel? What up, Jonathan?
What's going on, 2 cents? What's going on, OG Shelton? What's going on, Terrence?
What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I'm not really making a big deal about the fact that Canelo and Boots are sparring because Sheldon know this. The old schoolers used to do this all the time. That's sort of way from playing mind games. It's nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
You don't seen this before. And I look at it in a way too, 2 cents. I'd rather spar you than fight you. And you look at the size of Boots, and he's young. He looks like a super middleweight.
Yeah,
Boots look like this is a weight classes he really should be in 47. We don't know until we actually see him fight in the ring. But it's smart by Canelo. I don't have a issue with it. It's not a black thing or going against another black fighter or a racial thing. Not to me. You know, it's really, don't make any sense. When I heard it and I saw it across the screen, I'm like, okay, what's next? So it's not a big thing to me.
And that's my thing. Like, and I think that was that Mr. Shelton. Mr. Shelton made a good point, or somebody made a good point, saying that Bud has Mexican fans also. Like it's a crossover fight. It's not like all the Mexicans just a fan of this and all the blacks just a fan of this. The Mexican and the blacks are fans of both of the fighters. Yeah. And I think that them doing this right here, they're doing the fight a disservice now because you're splitting the fan bases. Like, why are y'all doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing it a disservice now because you splitting the fan base. That's all you had, Jonathan Simon, or you had?
That's all I had.
All right, shout out Dean by any means on the panel.
Evil.
What up, Dean? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Nah, it's just I want to tell y'all how crazy all of this stuff is. I'm surprised it's even a conversation, to be honest. Canelo used to spar with Boots' big brother back in the day. This ain't nothing new. Canelo been sparring with the guys in Philly. This ain't nothing new. I know it may look like that to the world, but this ain't nothing new. They've been known those guys and all of that. Listen, boxing is much smaller than people think it is. So when you're talking about world-class fighters, it's not hard to go get another world-class fighter. Why do you think all of these guys that we like, from Ryan, Devin, Shakur, Tio, all of them have been in the ring with each other? Like, that's like, Bud has been in the ring with a lot of guys at different weight classes and stuff like that. That's champions and things like that. So this not nothing like new. Like, I'm really confused about the whole conversation, to be completely honest. Like, what, Mexicans don't spar black guys today? Like, that's what we doing because it's Jarron Ennis? Like, I'm confused. Like Mexicans spar black guys all the time. Like every day.
Let me say this to you, Dean, because and this is why I brought this up, right? To point out the point, because what's crazy, right? I have all kind of people over here in my chat. People that disagree with me, people that agree with me, people that don't like me. I got all kind of people over here. I have not heard one person explain that perspective to me, right? But when I go on Twitter and I go to these other channels, I'm all in the comments. I ain't never supporting Boots no more. He a sellout, he a this and he a that. And I'm like, is this for real? Are these bots in these comments? Part of me is starting to believe that, right? I'm not trying to call nobody names or nothing, but I'm saying I legit think that, because you can legit program bots to make certain type of comments. And I'm not seeing nobody over here with that thought process, right? And I know everybody over here don't think the same or agree with me. But I was saying earlier, Deem, I don't know if you was here or not, that ever since they dropped that Virgil Ortiz and Boots wanted to fight and Boots turned it down, there has been a campaign to smear this man's name with every single thing he do. The fact that we don't even understand why this is a conversation, the fact that it makes no logical sense at all, the fact that this is regular shit that happens in boxing, just lets you know that there is a campaign to diminish this man's brand at all costs, no matter what he do.
It really started, when he wanted to fight Bud. That's when it really started. Like, before that, Jarron Ennis was treated like Abdullah Mason get treated now. Once that happened, that was the crack in the cement. That was where it really came from. But just think how crazy this is, Toussaint. His big brother was Canelo Alvarez sparring partner for years. Why are people acting like Jarron Ennis just met Canelo Alvarez or something today? 2 Cent for years. This is not. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Jarron Ennis' first time sparring Canelo. But if it is, it's just because Canelo been doing what he doing. But his big brother has was he a coon? Was Bozy and them coons years ago? Like, I'm confused. I'm confused.
Other black
legit.
fighters in Canelo camp off code too. Is Boots the only one off code? Like, is Lester Martinez off code too? Because he in Bud sparring camp sparring him. He off code too. Like, none of this shit makes no sense.
It just, I like 2 Cent. I like, this is out of all of the conversations we have, and me being from Philly, already knowing this, when I see this today, 2 Cent, I'm legit baffled because it's like, which I don't know, like Canelo Alvarez they've been known this man for years. This is not nothing new. Bozy Ennis and Jarron Ennis have been in the gym with Canelo Alvarez of more than a few times. This is not like news. It's fake. It's literally 2 Cent. What I mean is fake news. Jarron Ennis been fighting for years now. You ain't never heard about nobody saying about this. Like, this ain't nothing new.
Teach, what
so if you feel like that today,
what is Lester Martinez? If he not, Teach say Lester Martinez not Mexican. What is he? But go ahead.
Nah, it's just this ain't. If you feel like that today towards Boots, you should have been feeling like that for the last however many years. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you feel like that, you should have been feeling like that long before he fight Bud. That's why I said 2 Cent, it really started with Bud. The only reason why people are feeling some type of way about this is because of Bud Crawford. Literally. Like, I'm just being honest.
Well, I mean, it seems to be a push with the tanks and the Boots and the people that are building their fan bases and have star power. It seems to be a push to try to deter them and detract them to avoid big opportunities that they're being presented with. And I just don't understand what the big deal is. They just trying to do anything and say anything to I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this one was ridiculous. And then they backdoored and said if Virgil Ortiz was about to fight Jarron Boots Ennis and Terrence Crawford sparred Virgil Ortiz, everybody would be in an uproar and saying something. And I'm like, no, they wouldn't. No, nobody would say anything. People would say that makes perfect sense for Virgil Ortiz to use Crawford to get ready for a Boots fight. That's what people would say.
How do people not know that Bud Crawford has not already sparred Virgil Ortiz? How do people know this? Do y'all know how much, like, 2 Cent, this stuff pisses me off. And Mr. Shelton knows all of these guys know each other. Do y'all know how many of the world champions have been in the ring with other world champions? And like, this is literally nothing new. Bud Crawford has been in there with people you probably haven't even thought of.
Dang, hold on, Dang. Think about who started the rumor. Think about who started the rumor. And it'll make sense to you.
I Am Your Leader says, ha ha, 2 Cents. Remember I told you this was a pro tank and Boots channel. I've been talking about all kind of fighters on here today. First of all, I am your leader. Then he says, you defending them again. No, how am I defending them? I'm your leader. What am I defending? This is what's wrong with y'all. Like, because I come out here and point out hypocrisy and stupid stuff, I'm defending them. No.
2 Cent is nothing to defend. Boots has been known Canelo Alvarez. Let me say, listen. Jarron and his big brother has been Canelo Alvarez sparring partner for years, way prior to this. Probably not now, but definitely earlier in Canelo Alvarez's career. Why are people acting like this is the first time that Bozy and them just met Canelo Alvarez or something?
Because they didn't know, D. They didn't know.
Oh, yeah. This been no 2 Cent. If I know, that just means that people talk before they do research. If I know this, people have said this stuff before.
You should have. This the bots right here. I'll be talking about in them chats. Here go one of them right here.
Lord have mercy.
This shit
So
don't even. Who would be outraged, Hannibal?
Lord have mercy.
Why would the Mexicans be outraged? Do y'all know that's how sparring works? You go get a partner that's similar and can mimic closest to the opponent that you're fighting. So no, Mexicans would not be outraged if Virgil helped Bud. Why would they be outraged? What is y'all talking about? Y'all sound silly.
Tucson is just, if you felt like this, you should have been feeling like this every day for the last 10 years. Both see it. Listen, man, if you felt like this is why it's crazy. Like Jarron Ennis didn't just wake up and meet Canelo Alvarez today. I don't understand like what even the conversation is about. This is fucking like, it's ludicrous, man. Like it's just crazy.
I think it really shows. It really shows how like, damn, I don't want to like talk bad about anybody, but it just really shows how easily, because what these people are doing is they're attacking y'all emotions and they're getting y'all all emotional about something. And then when you get emotional, you can't be logical. So y'all be all in these echo chambers being all emotional and radicalized. And you come over here and you start saying stupid shit like Hannibal, like this type of shit. Mexicans stay on code. Hannibal, can you write the code for black people in the chat? Can you write the code so we could know it?
Code for black people. Niggas ain't never stuck together. What are you talking about?
Tucson, if you felt some type of way, you should have been feeling some type of way before they put it out there, is what I'm saying. You can't wake up and be like, Jarron Ennis is in the gym with Canelo. No, you can't do that. He's been in the gym with Canelo. This is not nothing new. So to even feel some type of way today when this has been public information for I don't know how long, Mr. Shelton. I don't know why this is breaking news. It's not breaking news. Like, especially people from Philly that already know this. Like,
I just told you earlier, bro, if you look at who started the rumor, it will all work itself out in your mind. You'll know why.
But Mr. Shelton, it is no one person started this like that. Like I got on X and I start seeing people typing this shit. And I was like, oh, this is, people on X be a little different than YouTube. Right. So then I hop on YouTube and I'm seeing people making videos about it. And I'm like, a lot of people feel like this. Like I thought that was just people being silly on X, a little small portion of people. But it's a ton of people that's feeling like this. Like, what the fuck?
It's just a ton of people, like you said, it's a ton of people in those echo chambers that feel like this. But most logical people don't even care. It's nothing to talk about.
Did you see this picture? I want to get your 2 cents, y'all 2 cents about this. Let me pull it up.
Was Jarron Ennis looking like a damn light heavyweight?
No, I wanted to get the picture of Canelo with that eye.
But that happens in sparring. That's what sparring is about.
That's what, yeah.
They let me know they was getting it in, but this, like, listen.
Tucson, if you think that you're gonna get in the ring with Jarron Ennis and not have a puffy eye after sparring, it ain't a fighter walking. That's not a heavyweight. That's going to be the same. He too good of a fighter for that. You're going to get work with him. That's the whole point of bringing him in.
If you gonna get in the ring with Alvarez, you gonna have a swollen eye. You get in the ring with Crawford, you get in the ring with Charlo. Any of them top dudes, you gonna have a swollen eye.
And Deem, you know what's crazy?
Talk to
all these people that's complaining about Boots and Canelo sparring. A lot of them guys don't even like Bud, who's making those claims that Boots did something really wrong. A lot of them guys who's making those claims never did like Terrence Crawford. They're the ones that's pushing that.
But I just don't get it, my guy, because like I said, this is not nothing new. Like if you felt like this, you should have been feeling like this every day for the last 10 years of your life, like if towards Jarron and his family.
Well, you got to realize that the dudes that's really pushing this are not fans of the sport, bro. They man fans.
Shout out to Rich on the panel.
What's up, Rich?
What's up with y'all?
What's up, Rich? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Man, Boots work for the COINTELPRO, man. CIA working, man. I don't know. Say nah. I'm fucking around. Ain't
Rich,
nothing
don't come
wrong
up here with that
with
bullshit,
That
nigga.
boy say COINTELPRO.
Go
Get
to
the
nah,
that's
fuck out of
hilarious.
here.
he working with the people that started that
He working with the
narrative with Crawford.
federales.
Whoever started that narrative with Crawford, the gloves, the steroids, he working with them. Nah,
He working with.
nah, I'm fucking around, man. Ain't nothing wrong with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Crawford just gotta, get him back, fight him or something, or get somebody to beat him up. I don't know what he's supposed to do. I don't know what to do. I don't think that Crawford. I feel like Crawford, like, shit, I can't do nothing about this bitch ass nigga. Maybe when I see him, I can. Maybe when I see him, I can
Crawford doesn't
wrestle
give
him.
a fuck, bro. He's not tripping on that shit. Crawford don't care.
Maybe if I see him, I can wrestle him.
Yo, you ain't. He
Nah,
do
for
like
real.
wrestling niggas though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but nah, for real. Crawford probably don't give a shit, but Crawford
I
probably
don't
like
care.
this. I know Crawford in the back of his mind, like, damn, he knows something, man. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
But you should have assumed that was gonna happen. Like I'm thinking, like, damn, Canelo should get Canelo should get Ennis in the camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, this shouldn't be a surprise to nobody. It should be like, goddamn, it's about time. Like, it should make
Who
perfect
said it
sense.
just let you
Because
know that
I've heard a
Canelo not
rumor
fucking
a couple.
around.
I heard
Canelo
a
taking it
rumor.
serious.
I heard a rumor before this, like a couple weeks ago, that I think Key with the T told me that Canelo and Bud was sparring. But it was just like, oh, okay. Like, we just heard it in passing. But when they dropped the picture, everybody like, oh, okay. And the perspective that we're talking about now that people are having, that didn't even cross my mind at all. I never thought anybody would say anything like that.
Okay, Two
Especially
Cents. Let me
towards
ask you a
Boots,
question.
2 Cent,
Let me
because
ask you a
it's not
question, Two
new.
Cents. If you get ready to fight Bud, who would you go get? If it ain't Ennis, who would you go get?
Charlo, Boots, goddamn, Landy, Laura,
Laura,
Caleb
I
Plant.
get Laura. Hell no, Caleb Plant.
I mean, the
Yeah,
perfect
right.
person to get. If I'm getting ready to fight Crawford, I go get Boots. He the closest thing to Crawford.
Besides Boots.
But you know what I've been seeing though, y'all? I've been seeing like I know Shakur, he usually get like some up and coming fighter that's coming up, like that's probably like that a lot of people
Man,
probably
Shakur sparked everybody everywhere and every
yeah, I know.
person in the
Yeah, I know,
sport of
but
boxing. This nigga that had a sparring match.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying he the type of person that go and get somebody that's like 16, 17, some shit like that. Like y'all don't remember when he said he got Abdullah Mason back in like 2021 or something for the Jamel Hearn fight. You know what I'm saying? He said that was my main sparring partner. That's who I got for that fight. He said, man, that man had me super ready. So imagine how old he was. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't have to go and get a real pro boxer. They just gotta get somebody that's, that's good. That that you know what I'm saying. You got the eye for a talent, man. That's why we get up on these panels and say niggas not that good, but we know who's good, man. We know who's gonna be around for a while, and we know who's gonna end up losing. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't know that because they was telling me Tellez was the next up. Mr. Greg, what's your
Yeah, I think I heard you say that shit too, Rich.
Hey, Dean.
You ain't never heard me say no shit like that, man.
What's up, Mr. Greg?
How y'all doing? What
What's
is
going
wrong?
on?
What, I mean, if you Canelo, who would you have in your camp to spar with? That makes the most perfect sense. You taking it seriously, and now we understand, if people didn't, that Canelo is taking Bud seriously. He has a younger version of Bud in his ring, in his corner, in his sparring, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's what I like seeing. I like seeing that they're taking this fight seriously, even though some people are saying what they're going to say about it. But this shouldn't be any surprise. I mean, champions don't spar with champions in the early part of their career, in the middle of their career. Sometimes they just call up a guy, hey, listen, let me help you out. So you get ready for the big fight you're going to have. This happens all the time, but I guess today's fan doesn't realize the whole history. Fortunately, you got people on the panel right here who understands this very clearly. I hope that you're able to educate those who don't understand this a little better so you can have better conversation. But this is what you're supposed to do. I wonder who else is in. I don't know who's in Bud's camp. I know he's preparing as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody who's in the his camp that can mimic Canelo. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the whole purpose of getting prepared for a darn fight. So I mean,
Hey, Mr. Greg, can I ask you this?
yeah.
It's somebody in the comments, they said something, and I just seen it. I forgot who said it just now. And I forgot this happening. They was like, y'all want us to be sitting up there hating Jarron Ennis over Bud Crawford. But Terrence Crawford's father likes Jarron Ennis. Mister Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about it, Jarron and his father like Terrence Crawford. And
He don't never talk bad about Terrence Crawford, Rich. Never.
Yeah, and this is another thing though, right? With Jarron Ennis, right? He ain't going that it's good to have him inside the corner because to me, I don't know about to a lot of other people, but Jarron Ennis ain't no fanned out type of nigga, man. He ain't one of them niggas that's all fanned out. Like, you got all these accomplishments, but nigga, I ain't about to be no fan of you. So I'm pretty sure when he got in that ring, he wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? He was a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I'm gonna knock this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Rich,
that's
from
good.
everything I know about Boots, he don't
good.
give a damn who in there with him once y'all start sparring.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
turned up.
Yeah. And look what's happening with Boots. Boots got a fight coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
He's getting some great work. I got to believe he's getting some great work as a sparring partner. I know they're paying him quite well to be in there with Canelo. And one of the other bonuses is because he's going to be fighting, I believe, in October. He don't have to spend any money for sparring himself.
Jason, why you hating so hard in the comments, bro?
They
are not alike. Boots throws punches the same speed. He isn't going to stand and trade or try to beat you to the punch like Bud does. He isn't strong either. First of all, how do you know he not as strong? Second of all, Bud is not finna stand and trade and try to beat Canelo to the punch. And third of all, he does not throw no punches at no same speed. Y'all just be making up stuff.
First of all,
y'all
2
just be
cents.
making up stuff. Come on with the hate, Jason.
2 cents saying he don't sit there and trade when one of his biggest criticisms, everybody, was he was getting hit too much because he was standing there and trading. What the fuck?
You see?
Yo, Rich, bro, like,
I see that.
What's up, Dondrick?
Hey, Dondrick.
What's up, y'all, man? This shit is hilarious, bro.
Oh, hold on, Dondrick. Let me get you your intro. We got Dondrick and them on the panel. See, who else platform y'all go on and get an intro with a round of applause? Come on,
nobody.
Dondrick and them, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Man, I just think it's hilarious, bro, because everybody know boxers. That's how you get better. You got to fight with the best people around. Like, even when I was boxing, I would go in there and help a pro out. I helped 2 of them out, actually, and I don't want to talk about it, but because they was whooping my ass. But you know, you can help them out. But you can help. They go in there and help each other out. Like, that's nothing new. Boots is moving up, so he probably wants to feel a bigger punch with those 10-ounce gloves on. So, hey, I want to see what it feels like to get punched on by a 68-pounder. So when I get hit by a 54-pounder, it doesn't hurt. Then he's gonna be like, I want to see what somebody come from 54 who's probably near Terrence's size feels like. The speed, I gotta get adjusted to it because Lester is in goddamn Bud's camp. Everybody forget about that. Is Lester turning his back on his people? No. But like it happens. Tank brung Shakur in before Shakur was big. People forgot that. It's always happened. Scooter Davis with Tank in camp. And when he was 16 years old. It happens. Boxers bring on other boxers. I don't know what the big is. It's just annoying me because everybody's arguing. Oh, he's a coon.
Ain't that ridiculous?
The spar?
Yeah, that's just sad. I mean,
but you know what's even worse about it too, Mr. Greg, in my opinion, is somebody made the point that this isn't like all the blacks for one fighter, all the Mexicans for one fighter, the Mexicans and the blacks just going at each other, hating each other. This isn't that, right? The Mexicans and the blacks are fans of both of these fighters. But with something like this, you're gonna divide that, right? And I don't, and that's why I don't even understand why they're using race. Like, I don't like how they try to use race to manipulate their fan bases or race to manipulate their audience to try to put battery packs in their back. and make it seem like something is not.
But-
Just like Hannibal over here with that bullshit. Oh, he not on code. Oh, if Virgil did this, people will be mad. Like none of that's true.
But
Virgil spars a lot of fighters, black fighters. You don't understand. In that I've been in that Garcia gym. They have black fighters coming in and out of that gym. Like they just don't talk about it. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like,
But Boots don't owe Terrence Crawford fans. Y'all the one that be trashing him, man. He don't owe y'all no goddamn loyalty. Let's talk about that. Why we sitting up here acting like Boots owe Terrence Crawford something? Like y'all the main motherfuckers out here trashing the man. Like he don't owe no damn Bud Crawford nothing. Like this is fucking. That's the part that's craziest to me is the fan base that is coming from. It's like, bro.
You know what?
I don't know about that because I'm a Bud fan and I'm not like that. I don't care to be.
No, Terrence,
you
you're not
afford
like
to be
that, but
you can't afford to be like that.
Nah, but the thing about it is though, right? That's why I like on Boots, man, because I'm telling you, you're not fanned out, man. And then he got a fight coming up too, so you know he working extra harder. You know what I'm saying? So
but
That's what I was
Rich, it's
just
hard to
saying,
be
Rich.
fanned out by somebody you already know.
Yeah,
Like
he's getting that work in, and again he's making money, and he's going to save money because he doesn't have to spend as much money for his own sparring when he gets ready. He's getting ready for his fight
he
by
definitely
getting
getting
paid
ready.
for getting Canelo ready to fight Terrence. That's a great move.
Hey, Dean,
Shout out to Soul Glow with the $2 in the super chat. He says, "I am your leader" is a racist. Ask about CCD or CDD. Shout out Soul Glow in the chat.
What the fuck he talking about?
I'm your leader. That ain't the first time I heard "I'm your leader" is a racist.
Hey, somebody, hey, what's that? I'm a casual. I don't know what that is.
I'm your leader. No, that's somebody.
Racist
That's another channel. Probably a channel.
I'm a casual racist too.
Talking shit over there.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what that is.
I'm your leader. You know what's up, bro. Don't be
like
saying no
bomb.
dumb shit over here.
Isn't that the guy who asked me about whether I was going to be at the fight?
Yeah, that's I am your leader.
Well, I hope he heard what I said.
Yeah, I sent that shit to my man. I said, man, you better be scared now. Man, he said, man, I don't care. Boots not on Crawford level. So I heard a Crawford fan say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Crawford fan too, not Crawford, but
we all Crawford fans, man.
I don't think that no one should be mad about it. Like, you know, only person that should have to only if Crawford don't got nothing to say about it, if Crawford don't feel some type of way, I don't even think nobody else should feel this type of way about it. You know what I'm saying?
But we said Rich, he gonna need all the help he can get. Shit, you better get that help, Canelo.
Talk your shit, Terrence. It's real right.
Hey, Terrence, you got Netflix subscription, or I gotta buy it this month, man.
Who's that,
man,
Mr. Sheldon?
let me know.
I have a net.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
I
I'm a
do.
Bud fan.
I do.
How could you say I'm not a Bud fan? I know everything about this man's career. How am I not a fan?
I know all his 10 kids. His 10 kids.
Stop playing.
I know both his baby mamas.
I know who's not up here that's above that don't like Bud so bad. She happy. The one that makes the boxing dirty secrets. Whereas
Jab Queen. She fuck with Bud. Y'all cut it. I don't know where Jab at.
It's not
she
one
just
secret.
Don't like Bud as a person.
It's not one secret that Bud don't
Well, why
pop
he
up
do
in
that?
it.
Why? Why don't she like him as a person?
She just don't like how he talk about.
Listen, I like those videos.
Sin Ironheart don't like Bud.
No, Sin Ironheart don't like.
He hate Bud.
Yeah, like Bud at
That
all.
boy hate Bud.
Oh, bro. He gonna let you know. It's not like he just hating. He got his
Nah. That guy right there. I didn't know he ain't like. I didn't know he ain't like Bud. I mean, I didn't know he ain't like Bud when he was talking, but then it started adding up, and I'm like, damn, because I haven't been on these panels. I'm like, damn, this nigga hate Bud. Like, why you hating on him like that? And then it all made sense, man. He started talking about Earl Spence. I said, oh shit, that hater, man.
That's the feelings that people have about the fighters, and That's the feeling people have about the fight game, but they just take it too far sometimes. I mean, it gets super personal.
Man, that
No,
shit. Hey,
Mr.
listen,
Greg,
I
they
was.
be wanting you to think like I'm gonna go cry or something like that.
Right.
Bro, I'm a grown ass man with 3 children. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't really care. It's not that deep, fam. I promise you, it's not that deep. I take it more personal when people start talking crazy on these panels than whatever goes on with these fighters. I don't know them. Like
Right.
them as fighters, appreciate them in the ring. Thank you for letting me make content. All what's up, power to the people. But Gervonta Davis could go in here and get knocked the fuck out by Jake Paul. It's not going to affect me one way or
At
another.
all. At
Like,
all.
it's not that deep. Like,
It's
oh,
gonna affect these analytics because I'm gonna make content about it. That's what it's gonna affect.
The
it's
only
going to
fighter,
affect that paycheck. That's about it.
yeah, the only fighter that I understand how the world and fans had an emotional attachment to was Ali, because he
Of course.
he was beyond boxing, and when Ali got beat, people felt it. I mean, people were crying when he got beat. People were crying when it looks like things was going bad for him, but that's because they had that attachment for what he did and how he made people feel. There ain't been another boxer who's done that.
Mr. Greg, do you know how my heart dropped when Bud knocked down Earl in the second round? I said, "Oh Lord, it's over. Oh Lord, have mercy. Let's stay away from that man. Get out of there, Earl. Get out of there. Duck. Do something. Duck, Earl." That's what I was screaming. My man's is a big Bud Crawford fan. My best friend is like a Bud Crawford stan, and he in there drinking his Corona, crying like, "I told you, Dean. I told you."
No, I was at my brother's house. We went to go watch the fight, and my dad is a huge Crawford fan. And when Bud walked in the ring, when Earl walked in the ring, I was like, "Oh shit." Because I won some money because I bet on knockdown, right? I tried to cancel some bets real quick, and I was like, man, shit. The fight was over. I was like, man, I'm finna go. My brother was like, why are you leaving? I was like, man, this some bullshit.
You got out real early, huh?
When I watched that fight, I was at, like I keep telling you, I was at David Buster's. Like the whole David Buster's was with Earl Smith. I said, God damn. Then when you see what was going on, it's like I looked in people's eyes. I'm like, damn. Like I think some of them and most of them people was casuals. They felt the pain. Like I was like, damn.
Yeah, they was going to the car. But that's in the heat of the fight. I remember when Shane Mosley was fighting what's the tall dude that died that beat him twice?
Who? Not
Vernon
Ford.
Vernon Ford.
Ford.
I was at home watching the fight when Shane got dropped the
That
first
was my
time.
guy.
I was like, get up! Like he could really hear me, you know. I came in the room like, what's going on?
No,
First
like
of all,
the next
Mr. Greg,
day. Let me say this real quick, because the next day I did a live. Right, this is my channel was still kind of relatively small, but the next day I went live, and I think it was like I titled the live like Earl Spence counseling session or some shit. I titled the live, right? So people was calling in. This one dude called in. I'll never forget it. He was like, man, I can't believe Earl lost. He was like, I had to call in to work today. I was like, damn, bro, you ain't go to work. He was like, nah, man, I feel like one of my family members got their ass whooped. I was like, these boys is hurting over this fight. People was really hurt about that fight because I think people had a different type of attachment to Earl because what they seen him be able to overcome and come back and do. And
there was a lot of affection for him.
Yeah, when you see fighters go through things and overcome things, like people like to see fighters and athletes and people overcome adversity. They like to see people overcome things when they just don't know if they're gonna be able to make it.
Hey, Tucson, let me be honest with y'all. And Rich gonna kill me for saying this, but I'm gonna be real. I was kind of hurt when I saw Devin in there getting his ass whooped like that. I'm real rap. I ain't even going to I was kind of hurt when I was watching Devin getting his ass whooped like that. Like, it's all fun and games. It's all cool to be on here talking about Bill and this, that, and the third. But when Devin got dropped and his hands touched the canvas and he just looked up at the camera, I was like, Damn.
No, when I seen Devin face, because I was already saying I think that Ryan gonna win the fight. I thought that Ryan was just gonna be able to drop him with a left hook. You know, I didn't see the fight going like that. But at the end, when I seen Devin face, I was like, he ain't gonna never be the same, bro.
Ryan over there screaming and shit. Like
Dean, AC Dean, I don't know about you, right? But I was y'all ain't know me, right? I was happy when Ryan won. I was jumping up and down. I was like, yes.
Why?
Because I'm Shakur, man. I feel like they lied on Shakur. But
This
then
nigga.
when I found out all that stuff that went after Ryan Garcia fight, I was mad though. I was mad for Devin Haney.
I hated that the eye stream thing popped up because it was like,
I was a little mad about that. I was
come
like,
on,
damn, Ryan
with the
Garcia a
bullshit.
sucker for that, man.
But I understand, Dean.
And then at the time, I didn't know about no Oscarine. All I know is that this nigga cheated. That's all I knew.
It was how Devin looked after he kept getting knocked down.
Yes.
You almost started
Man,
to feel sorry for him.
I'm gonna keep it real. I was happy, man. I was.
Hold on, we got paid in full on the panel.
What's going
What
on?
up, Paige?
What up, Paige?
What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Can't hear you, Paige. Oh, that boy fell off. But man, I don't like to see. I mean, it's a good fight, and people get their ass whooping this and that. Of course, you like to see it, but at the same time, it's not like all them Devin, Shakur. I'm watching all these. I'm following their careers. Like, y'all could believe what y'all want to believe, but I'm fans of all of these fighters. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend no time seeing what the hell they doing. So just to see Devin get beat like that, and the way he was looking in his ring, and it was like, Bill, what are you doing? Like, why are you he's clearly concussed, right? Why are you letting him take this level of punishment?
Didn't you start to feel sorry for him after a while?
No, I started to feel sorry.
I don't think feel sorry is the word.
Hey, Greg, man, come on, man.
Wait a minute, let me say, what happened is you start to see that that his corner is not, or he's not listening. I know which one it was. Can't tell him what to do. That he was lost out there. And that's when I started to feel a little sorry for him, because it's one thing you fight and you get knocked down. He was getting up, but he didn't know what to do to keep from getting knocked down. And what happened, his corner wasn't telling him anything. You started to feel like he out there by himself. And he don't, and he getting knocked down, he getting hit hard. He got it in his heart to get up.
Mr. Greg, when he was on his knees grabbing Ryan waist, I felt bad. Like when he was on his knees grabbing Ryan waist, let me tell you.
Man,
bro, they weren't even bro, they weren't even throwing water on that man's face to wake him up either.
Okay, hold on. Let me give paid in. We got paid in full on the panel. Randall 700 say 21 likes away from 100. Let's get the likes up, fam. Y'all punch that like button so people can see this and join in on the conversation. Paid in full. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I don't really got none. I was just gonna tap in and chop it up with y'all. I ain't really got too much.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Dean, man, you didn't see all that, man. You saw that after the fight, man.
Nah, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. If Bud start getting done like that by Canelo, I don't want to see that either.
I started feeling bad for Jermel.
Hey, look, I'm gonna feel.
No, I didn't feel bad.
Don't worry about that. I ain't gonna have it 2 cents.
I'm gonna feel some type of way if that happened to Bud though, because.
But let me give y'all.
Now, 2 cents. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna feel some type of way. I agree with Rich. If Canelo go in there and do Bud dirty, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Because as y'all know, when it come to Canelo, I am highly suspicious. He done trimmed down. He got Jarron Ennis in his damn camp. I'm gonna feel some type. Listen, all I'm saying is that listen, Canelo, y'all see his camp. All I'm going to say is he taking it serious. So it's going to be all types of horse meat getting ate this training camp. That's all I'm going to say.
Let me say this, though. But did you know that Canelo went vegan after that incident? I didn't know that. But anyway, and so
he going to get the everything horse meat then.
This is what I want to say, right? If Crawford, and this is the fan in me, right? Not the content creator. If Crawford goes in there and runs around the ring I'm going to be very understanding of that. And let me tell you why. The same way I was understanding with it of Charlo, because guess what? You both know Bud and Charlo, they dogs in the ring. Like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. You've never seen Charlo not be a dog in the ring. So imagine what had to have been done to change that mentality in him once he got in the ring with Canelo. Do y'all think it was harder for him to run around and not go toe-to-toe? Or you think that was easy for him to do?
I can't give him that though, 2 cent, because he called he called Charlo a hoe for running. So nope, you can't get that.
No, I get it. And I said the fan in me, as the content creator, we gonna talk about the shit. Don't get it twisted. So my whole point is that if I get into a situation where I feel like I'm overmatched or I could be seriously hurt, me personally, I'm not gonna put my career and my life on the line just to prove something to fans. So if Crawford goes in there, it's almost to where like he damn near got to get knocked out because of what Paige has said. So Crawford has to go in there and get knocked out. He can't go in there and try to spare himself.
But you say I lived through Roy Jones getting knocked out. I could live through anything. Okay,
Yeah,
I lived through Roy Jones getting knocked out. Now that was. Do you understand that I could live through that? I can live through anything. I'm sorry. Like,
Hey, look, but this why I said last time before, right? I think from what Charlo said after the fight, I think he had on his mind that if I lose, I'm not gonna get knocked out. I think the type of mentality that Crawford have is I'm not gonna down on my knees. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, he not gonna, you know what I'm saying? He not gonna go for that regardless of the fact
he gonna get knocked out.
He an athlete, yeah.
Might be.
I think that's the mentality that Crawford has.
Well, I mean, if he about to hold on, let me say this, and I got to get Cash Crypto in here. Shout out Cash Crypto on the panel.
my God, Cash.
But I think that if this is Bud's last fight and he's about to retire, then he can do that. He can go out on his shield. You get what I'm saying? Cash Crypto, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Nah, we'll look 2 cents. Salute to you, salute to the panel, man. Shit, I expect Bud to move. Honestly, shit, that's his path to victory, movement, man. I don't know why a lot of his fans been saying he ain't gonna fight like Mel. He ain't gonna do that. I mean, Mel went in there and he stepped to Canelo and he found out that it was a little different than he thought. And his game plan had to change shit in order to make it through the fight.
Exactly. And what that was the problem with Devin. The nigga game plan didn't change. And he kept stepping to Ryan and he got blasted.
Hey, you know,
he got what he got.
Hey, y'all know who really got me hurt though in the last years of losing? When Danny Garcia just lost to that one guy 160.
Man, that shit was expected.
Nah. It's not. It's the way he lost, how he got knocked down. Like I don't think he ever been knocked out, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He ain't been out the ring for forever.
But still, my eyes watered up. I was like, damn, this nigga career finally over, man.
I lived through Danny getting beat up. I lived through Stephen Foden getting knocked. I'm talking about in a way chasing him with the left hook, like he chased him down like crazy. Michael Myers. Do you understand? I lived through that. Listen, man. Bro, I thought I was telling Stephen, forget I run, bro, run. That's when it's time to run. When somebody got you hurt like that, I don't care if fans make fun of you or not. Get up out of there.
Yeah, because Danny Garcia ain't never did none of that stuff that he did. And then he was on his knees. Then he looked up. He was like, I don't want to fight no more. I was like, damn.
Man, let me tell you how I knew
that
Danny
shit,
Garcia
that shit
was
threw me off, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Danny Garcia had been out the ring like 2 years and they don't spar and they don't do all this stuff they were saying they don't do. I was like, Danny Garcia, you about to get your ass whooped, bro. Like, you ain't been sparring. You've been out the ring. You on a long layoff. All the shit that they were saying. And his dad had been sick. I don't know if y'all knew that his dad had been very, very sick and he had something serious happen. So I wasn't really expecting too much out of Danny Garcia for that fight, honestly. And that's exactly what happened. I don't feel any different. See, this is the thing, right? Fighters go in the ring and they perform like that, but it don't make me feel any differently about them because it doesn't change what they've done before in the past. Like, we all know who Danny Garcia is. You know, he's not going to go in there and do that and then all of a sudden you discredit his whole career like they do Charlo. Like the man wasn't undisputed at 154 pounds. Like, he ain't run through the division beating up everybody, rematching the people that he lost to. Like, that's what I don't like.
For real, if you're a real boxing fan, you know for real. Charlo, yeah, Boots there, Virgil, Fundora, and all that. We all can agree the number one guy at 154 until said otherwise is Jermell Charlo. It just is what it is. That's the truth of the matter. Like, ain't nobody beat him. They can't. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I ain't about to jump through the roof and say Jermell Charlo got a more than good chance to beat every last single one of those guys. So it's just like, nah, I can't discredit Brody. Like he accomplished something great. He just went in there and felt them right hooks to the body from Canelo, and then there you go. He been out the ring ever since.
But I watched Charlo, and then we're gonna close out because coming up on 7:00. I watched Charlo's soul leave his body. He hit Canelo with a hard ass combination, and then Canelo dropped his hands and kept coming forward. And that nigga Charlo was like, "Oh my god!" It looked like he was in his head, like, "Oh my god!" Like, what the fuck? Like, that didn't do nothing to this man. And that's when I just seen all the will leave his body.
See, that's the thing that scares me when it comes to Bud.
All the whole came up out of it.
It's Canelo's chin. Like, I think all the Bud fans, and listen, I rock with Bud, but my biggest concern is Canelo not only can take a punch, but he is considered the guy that got like the best chin in boxing. That's going to, like, how is Bud going to react if like what he throwing is not affecting Canelo the same way he used to? That's going to be the fight right there. That's going to determine how this going to go.
But I'm really, 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 really interested to see the game plan him and Bomac come up with. I can't wait to see what
they going to box. 2 cents. They whatever game plan they do. That's what they better do. Go in there and box. Period.
But right. Dean, you talk about his chin. You forget anybody get hit in the temple going to lose the equilibrium and going to go down. I think my thing is long hooks to Canelo's the back of his ear. I think body punches, but all of these punches Bud will have to take chances with. And he has to use doubles and triples, and also punches just to the chest to make Canelo's chest start to tighten up. I'm not thinking about him chopping Canelo on the chin. Canelo has a very thick neck, and we know he got an iron chin. So you might have to hit him there, but I don't think those are the punches that's going to be effective, and those aren't the punches I think he should be trying to do anyway. I think he should use the 3 punches that I just said. Now, there may be something else. I don't know. He needs to also make Canelo turn as much as possible, and he'll have to learn to do better by rolling with Canelo's punches.
You know what kind of fire?
He better have them magic gloves on.
Well, I was just going to talk about the gloves. If there's no banning of the gloves,
he fighting Canelo. That ain't gonna happen. They checking.
Hold on, y'all. We got somebody new on the panel. Shout out, I am your leader.
Oh, he came up, did he?
What up, I'm your leader. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Not much, bro. Watch out for them fake ass gloves.
I don't know what you did in the past on the internet, but I get a lot of heat for you being racist and being on my channel, bro. I don't know what you've been running around here doing.
I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know why they got a race bait, bro. It sucks, bro.
But what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Not much. I'm just listening in. I'm at the gym.
Oh, okay. Well, we about to go around the panel. Let everybody get their final 2 cents off. We could start with you, Mr. Shelton. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Well, I think this is going to be a great fight. It's going to be better than people think it's going to be. I will be in the house, so I think I'll be thoroughly entertained. And the one thing we do know for sure, we going to find out who's better on September 13th.
Mr. Shelton, you might be upgraded to floor seats when you get there.
That's
you know goddamn well that ain't. You know goddamn well that ain't.
Rich, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? Thank you, Mr. Shelton, for joining me today.
I came in a little late, but salute to the panel, man. If somebody mad about this Jarron Ennis shit, whatever, Boots, y'all tripping, man. Y'all just fucked up in the head, man. Y'all just, I don't know. I know one thing though. I feel like it's more Terrence Crawford. Niggas that don't like Terrence Crawford, they happy right now. I know y'all happy, but other than that though, I feel like yeah, you shouldn't trip on no shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I do want to see what Bud got to say about it on press conference or something. I want to see what they, I want to see shit like that. But y'all be safe, man. All y'all. Salute
All
to
right, brother.
Greg
Be
and
safe,
Dean.
bro.
All right,
2 cents.
All right, Rich, shout out to you. Thank you for coming up on the panel today. Terrence Best Videos, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on 2 cents. Quickly with regards to Bud and Canelo, like I've always said that Canelo has to get set, and he's going to be resetting all night and getting hit all night. So I don't know what this all about him. Like he's just going to be an attack Bud without having consequence. It's crazy to me. But anyway, after Bud fights Canelo and beats him, and now is considered one of the best, you got to put him on a pound for pound best list, and we'll see where that falls. After that, like I said, I've never had a problem with Ennis. It was just that he called Bud out, and hey, if you calling Bud out, fight him. Y'all can fight. I still think the Bud won that fight. But once Bud is gone, I'm all in with Ennis. So he'll be one of my favorite fighters. I always liked Ennis and how he fights. It's just that he was trying to go after Bud. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks for having me on panel. Have a good night.
All right,
Appreciate y'all, guys.
Terrence Best Videos. Thank you for coming up, sharing your 2 cents on the panel. Dean, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I'm gonna say this. I think September 13th gonna be a great fight. I know he do a lot of talking, trolling, snack, and all this, but the truth of the matter is though, if Bud Crawford go in there and he build his body up right and he go in there and do what he do, he got a great chance to win this fight. I think what Bud need to do is combination punch and get out of there. Combination punch, get out of there. Combination punch, get out of there. Throwing 1 or 2 shots versus Canelo not gonna be enough. You gotta make it not only show that you more active, you gotta outwork Canelo, but you gotta make it look away. You can outwork him, but if it don't look a certain way, they just not going. I don't got the judges giving it to Terrence because I think Canelo gonna land a lot of powerful body shots and check hooks and things like that. But if Bud go in there and combination punch and move, you should be able to block a lot of Canelo shots and stay in there, but without making it looking like he running though. That's what I'm saying. Like he got to be very strategic about it. And I'm pretty sure Terrence Crawford know this. He got a great chance of winning, but a lot of that won't mean nothing if he go in there and he can't react a certain way to when Canelo punching him. Because one thing that always gonna win is pressure. And if somebody's applying pressure the right way, somebody like Canelo on that high guard and Bud can't figure out how to really affect that high guard in no way, and he realized Canelo is, what we think he is, it's gonna be he gonna be in for a long night. Because then I think that then the movement, now you're moving without having any effectiveness. Now you tiring, now your legs, now you starting to slow down, like what happened to Jermell Charlo, and then now Canelo catching up to you and pinning you against the ropes and all of that, and then there you go. But all right, y'all.
All right, Dean, that was a good breakdown. Shout out to Dean for that. Y'all be sure to go sub to Dean channel if you haven't already. Dean, by any means, we be having a good time over there on the panel. Y'all know it goes down over there. Mr. Greg, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, I'm happy to hear that. Just to hear Canelo's taking his fight more seriously by who he has in his camp, which means he's being smart and it's the right thing to do. I done said a lot about how I think Bud could win the fight, but somebody did mention the gloves, and I was just about to mention that. I don't know what the rules are now, whether they ban horsehair gloves or not. I hope they have not, because one of the things I think will be helpful to Terrence. Bud's hands are harder and stronger than I think Canelo's are, but Canelo's hands are bigger, so the impact of his punches can be spread out further because of the bigger hands. I think Bud should use horsehair gloves because that will counter a little bit Canelo's larger hands. but both of them are going to be punching hard because both of them have something to prove. Bud's smaller hands but harder hands need to be felt by Canelo, and it has to be felt in the body and the side of the head, chest as well. As I said, that's how he can't win one punch only because Deem is correct. It has to be combination punches and then turn Canelo. Canelo gets frustrated a lot when he has to deal with boxers, which is why some of the time, all that punching on the arm and things that he does, sometimes that is part of his plan. A lot of times it's the frustration because he can't reach the jaw that he wants to get to at the time that he throws the punch. So he tends to overthrow sometimes. He eventually has gotten guys out. But to say that he only punches to the arms purposely all the time, that's not true. It's frustration. Bud needs to frustrate him a lot. And Canelo because Canelo likes to fight. He doesn't really like to box. He likes to fight. And Bud needs to make him box or try to box him the entire fight. And I think that's how he would win, using the things that I think. So I hope it goes down that way. I hope everything is good. I will be there, as I said. And as a matter of fact, I promise you this, 2 Cent. If I can, and you might be watching the fight. I'll try to come and see if your show is on and get on.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Mr. Greg. We're gonna have some boots on the ground at the Canelo fight. Shout out, Mr. Greg. Cash Crypto, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah, I hear a lot of breakdowns, but Bud got a lot that he's gonna have to deal with, man. Like him punching on people's arms, maybe you've seen it out of frustration sometimes, but it is a calculated tactic, man. Because later on, after he's done punching on your arms a bunch, it's gonna come down the middle when you think it's another hook. So it's really a tactic, man. Bud got holes in his guard behind the flanks and right down the middle that Canelo's gonna exploit, man. Shit. He's gonna be conditioning Bud to anticipate that hook the whole time, and man, he's gonna change up on him. Shit, I see a lot, man. Fuck, Bud throwing combos is gonna be, man. It's gonna be costly, man. Shit. All right, good luck with that, man. As soon as Canelo starts to time Bud and wants to time Bud's punches and throw with him, that's gonna be dangerous, man. I'm interested to see how Bud's gonna react to Canelo's pre-slips, his jab feints, his level changes, because he really does a lot to disrupt people's timing. And Bud's game relies a lot on timing, you guys. So,
but you know what's really killing me is they are making it seem like Canelo has more to overcome to beat Bud.
That's
when
cap.
The truth is, Bud got more. He got to overcome to beat Canelo. Like, why are y'all talking like Canelo just is nobody?
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people like they got these damn scenarios that are like dreams. Y'all are just wishing upon a falling star and shit. But I mean, I ain't gonna drag. If Bud go in there and get knocked out, I expect him to get knocked out. I just want to see a good fight. I ain't gonna drag Bud too much.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna drag him if he get knocked out. Yeah. I mean, not the fan in me, but you know.
You drag your fans more than anything, not him.
Shit.
All right, 2 cents. Good show, though.
All right, Cash. Thanks for coming up. Give me your 2 cents. I am your leader. What's your final 2 cents? Close us out.
Salute, 2 cents. I'm going to be at the fight, too. I don't got no special people that are going to upgrade my seat. I'm just a normal person. But I'm going to be at the fight. And I love your channel, 2 cents. Even though I'm racist, I love your channel. You know, I come here all the time. I love supporting you. You know, you're one of the few people I still watch in the YTBC. So just keep it up, 2 cents. You're doing a great thing.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm your leader for coming up and giving your 2 cents. And you already know I definitely appreciate your support. And let me tell you, me and I'm your leader don't agree on nothing. And we troll each other all day on these YouTube streets. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I know saying Ironhearts, you got here late. You said you didn't get the notification. Fridays, I'm live with the all-woman panel review show. That starts at 6:30. Sunday, I'm live with the weekly wrap-up where we talk about the hottest topics for the week. I give a quick rundown, 2 cents on them, and everybody come on the panel and get a 2 cents. That's every Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. And Tuesdays, I'm always on 2 cents Boxing Talk After Dark, where we talk boxing, we talk life, we talk Tory Lanez, we talk pop culture, we talk whatever comes up that night. Now, I also do some pop-ups throughout the week, so y'all check out for that. And now I've added a new segment to my show called Live Review, and that's when I come across a YouTube video that I just want to come on here real quick and just do a live review with the fans. I give my 2 cents about it, they give their 2 cents about it, and we go on from there. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the Cash App at $2 cents boxing. If you're listening to the replay of this live, make sure you hit that heart with a $sign in it and just leave a special thanks below, y'all, to let me know you're enjoying the content. Being a content creator, I promise y'all, is not as easy as it looks. I got to be able to come, have hot topics, keep people entertained, and I'm let people come on and get a 2 cents. Make sure my platform always stays open to everybody, whether you're a fan of a boxer, whether you're a casual fan, whether you're a hardcore fan, whether you know all the history of boxing. Everybody is invited to come on this channel and give their opinions about boxing. We do not discriminate over here. You do not have to have a PhD in boxing to come over here and talk boxing with us. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button. I should have 100 likes before I get off this live today. Shout out to everybody that helped support the channel in the super chat. Shout out to everybody that came on the panel and gave their 2 cents. Join me again live Friday, Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. for 2 cents after dark. Check for me throughout the week for my pop-up lives and live review shows. But listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, timing you out, kicking you off the panel, cussing you out, muting you, leaving you in the background, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.